Today, we're going to learn how to play the classic R&B song Share My Life by Kim. All right, so let's break this song down. This is Share My Life by Kim. We're going to be in the key of E major. So in the scale of E major, you have E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Okay? And so the song is going to be broken down for today in two sections, all right? The first section is going to be our verse section, okay? What I want to do, I want to highlight one thing before we get started. If you look under my Facebook sign, you see that small circle. All right, that small circle, when it's empty, that means I am not pressing on my sustain pedal, okay? And when I press down, it lights up green, meaning that I'm pressing my sustain pedal. For this song, you're going to want to pay attention to that, especially for this first section, because the sustain pedal is going to tie these notes together. All right, so we're going to do like an arpeggio or arpeggio, however you want to say it, okay? So here's what's happening first. Let me play it in rhythm. All right, the song is in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, and. All right, and so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And so that's the count. All right. So that's the basically the first verse. Now the way we come out of it, when we go back to and that leads us into section 2, but we're not doing section 2 just yet. All right, so now what I want to do, going back to section 1, I'm not going to use my sustain pedal. I'm going to chop it up purposely so that you can see the order of the notes that I'm playing, and I'm going to slow this down. All right, so here's what we're doing in section 1. And it starts over. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to purposely do that slow and slow it down. So the chorus we're doing, we got an E major 7 suspended 2. All right, so when Kim starts singing the verse, the guitar maintains that the classic guitar, but the piano is just kind of padding. 4 and no 2, 2, 3, 4. So the two chords we have there, well, our first chord is an E major 7 sus 2 to an E, and then just go back to that E major 7 sus 2, or you can think of it like a B in the right hand and then an E, and you just hold down with the left hand the E. So and then we go to the C sharp, okay? But the chorus in the right hand stayed the same. You just move the left hand from E to C sharp. And that gives you a C sharp 9 suspended 4 and a C sharp minor 7, okay? And back to the sus 4, and then go back to the top where you move to back to the E, okay? So that's what we do piano wise, okay? So and it kind of gives you a break from the rhythm. All right, so it's basically padding that same rhythm versus instead of doing The guitar kind of holds that down, okay? And so now the last thing we have going into section 2 is a G sharp minor 7, a C sharp minor 7, and once we get to this F sharp minor 9, this begins section 2 right here. When you get to that chord, now you're in section 2, okay? So, all right. So now let's break down section 2, all right? So I'm gonna play it in rhythm. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. And the last thing we have this 2, 3, and back to the top. And that's how you get back to section 1 after you've done section 2, which is your chorus. So again, section 2 is the chorus. And I don't know if I've said this, but section 2 is also your vamp. So toward the end, we kind of repeat that same, that's going to be your vamp as well for this song. Now let's break down the chorus. So left hand is doing single notes. I'm doing F sharp. The right hand, I have an E and G sharp, an A, and a C sharp. So we have an F sharp minor 9. That's first chord. Next chord we have is a G sharp in the bass, and then the right hand we're doing F sharp, B, D sharp. Next chord, or the third chord, we have an A major 9. So we have an A, and then a G sharp, a B, a C sharp, and an E. And then we go back to the G sharp minor 7 and go back to the F sharp minor 9. Okay? And so you kind of repeat that. And then in between, when we get to this A major 9, we're going to do an octave of the G sharp. And then a G, once we get to the G sharp minor 7, you're going to do an octave of the F sharp. All right. Now, those are the little details that are going on with the piano when you really listen to the song closely. So it's like 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's the rhythm. All right. So we want to put all of those details in there. All right. As a professional musician, when I play for people, they want the song to sound just like the album. So that means I have to study the album. I have to study my part in the song, and I have to listen to every little detail. I have to listen to the velocity in which they're playing it. I have to listen to every ghost note. I have to mimic it perfectly when I'm playing for professionals. All right. So that's what we want to learn how to develop as beginner, intermediate, and then of course if you're advanced and pro, then you already know that. Okay, so the way we come out of section 2 is this. You do the same F sharp minor 9, the G sharp minor 7, and then this is the new chord. It's a B9 sus 4. So we got B, F sharp, A, C sharp, and E. And then after this chord, you're going back to the section 1. Okay. Now let me show you a little turnaround that happens in section 2, but it happens later in the song in the vamp. And it's simple. It's just one chord. So it's like 2, 3. And then they do this. 2 again. I almost missed it. This right here. Then they go. And then they go back here. So this chord is a C sharp 9 sus 4. And so in my left hand, I'm doing C sharp. And you have the option to add the F sharp with your left hand, or you can do it like I did, where I did 4 notes in my right hand. So I did the F sharp, B, D sharp, and then another F sharp. I doubled the F sharp. Okay? So if your hand is not big enough to do that, you can just do 2 notes with the left hand and then do B, D sharp, F sharp in the right hand, and then go back to your F sharp minor 9. All right, y'all. that is the section breakdown. All right, so I broke down section 1 and I broke down section 2. Once you learn those sections, you've learned the song. And so now it's a matter of repetition. Okay? So without further ado, I am going to fully perform the entire song of Share My Life by Kim. Now remember, I'm not going to play the actual song where you can hear it on this video. I'm going to have it going in my ear. All you're going to hear is me playing this on the piano, and you're going to see the notes, the chords light up as you have already seen during the breakdown. All right. The reason why I have to do that is because of copyright purposes. I don't want my video to be blocked. Okay. I want you guys to be able to learn these songs and to learn your role from the piano, electric piano, or whatever sound I'm using standpoint, so that you will know how to effectively perform these songs. All right. So again, without further ado, Share My Life by Kim.